things right now.
Drink to something. You're funny, all right, but looks aren't everything. I don't feel so well. More drink over here.
Welcome everyone to another Told Games Foundry session. We're going to play through some more Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. It is a little bit confusing because we're doing both Morrowinds at the same time, but hopefully that means that we can do a little bit of side-by-side comparison, and we'll be able to see that right off the bat here, because we last left off Sunday's The Elder Scrolls Online, or The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind in Balmora, and here on Elder Scrolls Online we are in Balmora as well. So we get to do a little bit of side-by-side comparison. One thing, if you're new to this whole dual stream thing, we are the Elder Scrolls Online version is newer in terms of it was released sooner, about 10 years later than 10 years, maybe even 13-ish years later than the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, it takes place chronologically after the events in Elder Scrolls Online. So Elder Scrolls Online, we're at the end of the Second Era, and in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, we're at the middle endish of the Third Era. Right, so clear as mud, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you for watching and tuning in. I hope that you will enjoy the stream, and if you do join in, feel free to, say hello in the chat, and I'd love to hang out with you today. Let me know how you're liking things and if the sounds need to be any different, that sort of thing. Alright, so how about we jump into the game? Hoping to get to more of the actual plot. You can hear the Morrowind music kicking in the background there, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, let's transition. Just a word or two about the music. The music for Elder Scrolls, the main series, is composed by Jeremy Soule, who did a fantastic job. I fell in love with the Morrowind score. But Elder Scrolls Online has a different composer. I have to give him credit, though, with the Morrowind expansion and the Skyrim's expansion. He's taken a lot of the themes that Jeremy Soule put together, starts off the same way, and then goes a different direction with it. And it's been quite nice. In terms of the music for Elder Scrolls Online, the music in the expansions is actually quite a bit better than it is in the original game. So I'm here in Vardenfall in Morrowind. It is one of the expansions, the first major expansion that came out for Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, a little bit of other stuff here. We have Contessa Ceprano. She has her little 2 swords, and she also, let's see, has a bow that she uses. She is a Khajiit. I have a friend with me, Miri Elendis, who does some fighting. And we are here in Balmora. We got the river running through, the Odai River, if I remember correctly. And we have, let's see, back up the map a little bit here. Here we have the island of Vardenfall. Main city Vivec, still under construction. And then we have Seyda-Neen, where we were dropped off on the island as per the original game. Right now, though, we're trying to help out Vivec with some things. He's getting weaker, and something is draining his power, and we don't know quite yet what it is. It is not his ancient enemy, because that would, we have to... the ancient enemy was still to be dealt with in the 3rd era, so here we are in 2nd era. No, it's not that enemy, but it is some other enemy that's draining his power. And that's a problem. Alright, so let's check our quest log. I think that's what we were up to here. Well, we got Vardenfall, a number of different things. We have planting misinformation, bandits in Zainsipilu. I actually went to Zainsipilu in the other Morrowind recently. But I'm not going to be working on that one quite yet. There's a memory stone that needs transporting all across Vardenfall. There's a valley near Balmora. I'll maybe get to that. But let's see. A Redrun counselor wants information about his daughter. So there's something here in the city that I can deal with, and then divine inquiries. That's the main quest that I need to work on. So there's a site here in Balmora that I believe I need to work on. I think Balmora has been having problems with demonic incursions or Daedric incursions. Well, so much for that. Okay. Anyway, let's where am I supposed to go? I wanted to confront Drevis. So there is a daughter of a council member that we need to help out. She wanted to run away. I think there's a person in this tavern that we need to speak to. Hello, Drevis.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redrun pays to harass us simple folk.
Yeah, that's about it.
All Vea wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that. Vea wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Vea since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her.
What's
You
it
must
about,
know
then?
it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Vea find him. A local tough, goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills.
I am.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea. Just to the north and east, outside of town. Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip since you're headed his way?
Yeah, I'm not as interested. Thank you, though.
Bringing
Check
a
some
book for
bookshelves,
travel
though.
is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
Okay, so we're trying to track down Vea. I guess she's trying to track down her brother. Whose sigil is that? Maybe the Ebonheart Pact? Seems like that's a Somerset. Though, oh well. I know I've seen it before. Alright. So I need to find Ashur. Troublemaker. We haven't been... In the other game, we haven't been anywhere past Balmora. We just barely got inside. Started poking around. Oh, and there's a... Yeah, that's what I need to do out there. There's a memory stone to do there, and Ashur. Lots of stuff in the immediate area. Try and knock a few of them out.
You killed one of my... That's it! Kill the Morag Tong and any witnesses!
I'll just take my leave. No use getting my axes ready again.
So yeah, you didn't get very far, did you?
I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand. You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious Nyx. Well, tell her I'm good for it. I'll stop by and we can conclude our business cordially.
About Vea.
The new apprentice? Now why in oblivion do you care about Vea?
That's right, she wanted to join the Morag Tong.
Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Vea's mentor. Last I heard, she had a job in the Western Ruins. Make sure you don't
Fair
anger
enough.
Vea's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman, and if she thinks you pose a danger... Besides, I'd hate to see you wind up on the wrong end of one of our writs.
In case you're wondering, this guy, it is now being implied that he is part of the Morag Tong. The Morag Tong is a sanctioned guild of assassins, and it's kind of an interesting concept. The great houses, all of the great houses, and the tribunal sanctions the Morag Tong. So when a writ is written up and submitted to the Morag Tong for the assassination of somebody or other, and the Morag Tong assassin completes the objective, the Morag Tong actually then goes to the guard and presents this writ to the guard and says, "Hey, sorry, this assassination was legal," and they get off scot-free. Maybe we'll try a little bit of that in the other Morrowind and show how that works. You can join the Morag Tong yourself there. The history behind this and why it's legal is that there are great houses that lead the Dunmer people. And it is feared that the great houses will go into all-out war with each other. And so in order to prevent that, they actually have the Morag Tong be sanctioned. So instead of going to all-out war, the leaders of the various houses just simply employ the Morag Tong to carry out assassinations of their competitors. So that way you can have sanctioned hits in a way, but not all-out war. That's one solution, I suppose. But yes, Morag Tong, legit assassins, not bloodthirsty, death-loving cultists like the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, they're very different. But they still kill people. The Argonians even have their own assassin group. I'm trying to remember, what's the name of them? There is one Argonian in the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim that was part of this organization. Shadow Scales or something like that. Oh, anyway, interesting. Everybody has their own take on assassination groups, I guess. What were they trying to kill me?
The usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was legal and above board. Unfortunately, his brother didn't see it that way and was looking for revenge.
You're some kind of assassin?
Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. But it's not like I work for the Dark Brotherhood or anything. I don't kill anyone without a sanctioned writ. Keeps the great houses in line. It's a calling.
Yeah, well, tell me about Vea's mother.
I'd rather not. She's particular about her secrets, and I don't want to get on a bad side. You should keep that in mind too if you plan to continue on this course. Vea's mentor usually sticks to the rules, but I wouldn't turn my back on her.
Okay. So we have that little bit of business taken care of. There's also something going on in this Balmora Valley. Ah, Memory Stone. Right.
Oh, Gilan, look! A Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
Whatever for. If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just, well, there's no good way to say this.
To say what?
Marry me?
Are you serious?
That's not the response I hoped for.
Gilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
This is why you've been so nervous.
Yes. Wait. Did you just agree to marry me?
Yes, Gilan. 12 times yes. My dear, distracted, adorable archivist, I will marry you.
That's wonderful!
Isn't it?
Oh, Bravura, you won't regret this. You are the stars to my sky.
Did you just come up with that?
Well, no. I've been saving it for the right time.
That sounds about right. That's kind of how things are supposed to go. Yep. Dwemer ruins. I don't know of any Dwemer ruins in the area. Hello, merchant. Oh. Just Cliff Strider. Interesting. They got little
Is that the
legs.
last of 'em? Oh, thank feck.
I saved you. Oh well. She doesn't care. Yeah, Cliff Striders in the original Morrowind didn't have legs. They are so annoying. I'm sure you will see that in the videos to come. If you're interested in the other Morrowind, it's on Sundays. Let's see what else we have. Oh, come on. What are these guys? I guess they're goblins of a sort. Miriel dislikes it when I kill goblins. Anything else in this area, though? There is that mine down there. Should I find out what's going on with that mine? Yeah, okay. Got a quest on my little compass there. Here we are.
You then. So I was right. You're a sword for hire. Excellent.
Hlalu?
My name is Marla Rethan of House Hlalu, and I have a proposition for you. I need someone to investigate what's going
Ebony
on in the
mine.
Vasia
Ooh.
Didanat ebony mine. Piqued your interest, have I? Capital. My brother Benar and I share ownership of the mine. There
What do you
are
want?
only 2 keys to the mine. Benar keeps one in our manor house. The other is carried by the mine's foreman, Nox. I want you to procure a key, either one, and then search the mine for any sign of mischief. Report back with your findings.
Okay.
Foreman Nox is somewhere in Balmora. Should be simple enough to pluck the key from his pockets. Or, if you prefer burglary, you could take my brother's key from the desk in his study. Our manor is just up the hill to the west of town.
Yeah, why don't you have your own key?
My dear brother prefers to keep our roles in the business separate. He runs the mine. Oh, I have, but Benner tells me nothing. It's just secure more buyers and... You
So
haven't heard
what's
the
the-
rumors? The cursed mine of Vasia
this-
Didanot.
A curse.
They go in, but they don't come out. Just inane ghost stories, truth be told. Well, the mine has underperformed for years. I'd actually considered selling it. Until recently, that is. Ebony has been pouring out of the mine these past few months. And normally, I'd be overjoyed, but that's anything out of the ordinary. I don't suppose you'd know the difference.
Okay, well, there's, Right. So we have to go into Balmora to... Alright, we'll go into Balmora, grab a key. You Iron Hound brutes, I don't want to bother with you quite at the moment. Okay. Just gonna keep on going. I'm just gonna kind of bounce around in quests here, I think. Oh, look at this. Oh, hey! It's one of these things. I need to find a whole bunch of these. Okay.
Ow! Stupid dog.
What happened? Let me see.
I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me.
Leave it alone. There's something strange about that dog.
Okay. Sure. Well, you know what? While I'm over here, let's go and talk to the stable
Thank you for
person.
The suits.
Bump up my speed a bit. Yeah. Try and do that every day. Oh, and there's your Silt Strider, by the way. With the little notch carved out of it. so that you can control its innards. I had missed that detail decades ago when I played Morrowind, that you dig into the carapace of the Silt Strider and then manipulate its innards to get it to walk. Oh, there's Forminox.
I don't remember.
Well, let's try the pickpocketing thing.
Have we met? I don't remember.
I can't pickpocket him? Okay, so something's not seeming to work there. There was another option though. And that was to get from a manor? Doggone it. What are you supposed to do with this guy? So you can pickpocket her, but not this guy. Can't even talk to him. Okay, in Balmora there's supposed to be another manor? Or... okay, so it's way out over there. Well, alright, gonna do that another time. Let's move on with Divine Inquiries. This is the main quest that Vivek sent us on. We're trying to figure out what is going on here in Balmora regarding Daedra. That's the more interesting quest, as it were. Got some marshland here. Hey there. Crew Chief Hondolf.
You shouldn't be here.
Hi,
Didn't
Nord.
you read the House Redarin proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there. Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They
Where
showed
are
up
your eyebrows?
And just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them.
Okay. So an Ashlander interrupted them. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, why are they...
Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god." Or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up.
So who's this Ashlander?
I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea.
So what are they doing?
Probably because I heard one of them say,
what kind of
it
mine?
used to be an ore mine, and we
Oh,
hope it will
really?
be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Quama egg mine.
So I think it is a Quama egg mine in the third era. And most mines are Quama egg mines in the other Morrowind.
Really? That's all.
Yeah, I'll go in. Let's see what we got here. The Shulk ore mine. I think I passed this mine on my way into Balmora. In the other game. Let's see what we got here. Worm mouth? Okay. A backpack? Always. Ooh, high elf table. Sturdy kitchen. Yeah, you always want to check those backpacks. Neat stuff.
Off with you, Swit!
A narcotic. Okay. Let's just make our way in. Red Exile instructions. My Red Exiles, I need you to infiltrate the mine outside Balmora and recover an item of great importance to our venerated cause and to the elevation of Ashlanders everywhere. So this is on behalf of Ashlanders. Currently, this item resides in the possession of the Narcotic Cult, who plans to conduct a ritual in the mine to grant the item the ability to channel unfathomable power. Let the cultists begin their work, but acquire the item before they complete the ritual. The item lies in one of the deep chambers of the mine, most likely heavily guarded. Sneak in and steal the item. It has the appearance of a staff made of metal and gears. It is necessary to advance to the next stage of our cherished cause. Get the staff and bring it to me, and you will be one step closer to ending your exile and returning to the fold. Okay. Narcotic backup. Yeah, hello. Thought it might be a player there for a second. Okay, so I did that. Let's head on. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll talk to this person.
One of those crazy cultists, and you certainly aren't one of our miners. So by Vivek's holy nose hairs, who in oblivion are you?
His holy nose hairs. I thought he kept those rather well trimmed.
Really?
Vivek sent me.
Then forget I said anything about his holiness nasal preening.
You got that right.
They're some sort of Daedric cultists. They've been performing rituals, calling forth divine power, some such nonsense. At least they were, before the Ashlanders showed up. The
More of
savages
them.
barged into the deep chambers. Seemed to know about the hidden passage and everything. Stole the relic the cultists were praying over, and ran for the hills.
Oh, they got the,
As a matter of fact,
that thing.
that's where
All
I'm
right.
going, as soon...
Well, retrieve ritual items. Seems an optional thing, but may as well grab them while we're here, right? So there was mention that it was a staff and that it was kind of clockwork. Oh, does it? Oh, here. Let me assist you in that.
I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
A superb helmet of magicka. Yeah, I probably don't need that. Alright, can I get up there? Come on, jump. Why is jumping so broken in this game? I press jump, and it takes a second later that they actually do the effect. So what winds up happening is you wind up trying to jump, and you instead run into the wall and then jump. And when you do that, you wind up jumping straight up, or even backwards, instead of jumping forward. So it's very hard to get the timing right. Narcotic ritual bag. Anything else interesting in here? Well, maybe not. Anyway, the artifact that they were describing definitely sounds like something up Sotha Sil's alley. Being the living god of time and magic. Nothing else to do here, huh? Alright. Sure. Oh yeah, there's also that big rock floating up in the air. It's kind of a problem. Wait, what do I still have to do here? Talk to the crew chief. Oh, there he is. Just took a moment to spawn.
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine?
Not sure.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer.
Okay. So we have helped out Vivek here in Balmora. Meanwhile, there is a foreman that I can get there. Let's get back. Well, what do you think? Should we work towards getting that key for the mine, or do we continue with Vea? Let's go for the mine. For whatever reason, I couldn't pickpocket it off of the foreman. It seemed like something was broken there, so I'm going to try what should be a more reliable method, and that is to just simply steal it. I'm much better at sneaking around and picking things up off of tables than I am at pickpocketing. If you happened to have caught any of those Thieves Guild playthrough that I did, yeah, you'll know that that's definitely the case. Okay, I am hidden. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Okay. Sneaking around. Bookshelves.
I like reading too, you know. If you ever need an excuse to get me something.
I do know you like reading. Got some instruments here. Let's just see what else is in this house while we're at it. Anybody home? Yeah, there is somebody there. Ah, and they gave me some hiding spots. That's good to know as well. See where met this. Oop. Almost ran into that guy. Okay. Looks like he's gonna just stand in that doorway. Gotta wait for him to get out of that doorway. I don't think I'm slipping by him. Miri really doesn't like it when I get caught doing stuff, so she doesn't mind me doing it, just doesn't think well of me when I get caught. Okay, let's grab this thing here. Oh, I need a key, and I need to unlock... Oh, just unlock the mine. Alright, that was easy enough. Just curious. Being a Khajiit, I'm particularly stealthy. I've even put some points into it. 7 skill points unused. What? I'm pretty satisfied with all the stuff I have already invested in. I guess I can do a little bit more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, 5. Oh, last one I need. Just one more point of dual wield. Almost there. I can, however, grants me major expedition anytime I do a roll dodge. That's cool. So if I go like that, that increases my speed. Alright, sure. Helps a little bit. Alright, I guess while I'm over here, let's do Vea's mentor. Okay, so kind of switching back and forth. There's a locked mine. We just got a key for it, but Vea was a daughter of a council member who wanted to become part of the Morag Tong. She's also looking for her brother. She doesn't care much about her family. I saw something here. It's just the lid, I guess. Okay, well, what is this? A Malakath champion.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated an assassin. Probably a Morag Tong. She tried to lead her here, but she doesn't.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
I thought I might be coming back to these Malakath ruins at some point. Malakath is the severe patron deity, Daedra of the orcs. As you can see, all of these folks will be orcs. And they got some Daedra with them. That there is not an ogre, it's an ogrim. And it is a Daedra. One of the slightly more powerful ones. Quite fearsome if you meet them in Morrowind itself. You'll want to be pretty well equipped if you want to mess with those. Ashur Nibibi. This will be an interesting place when I get to it in the other Morrowind. If I get there. Boy. Daedric ruins are always super interesting. In Morrowind, anyway.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
I'm just gonna do some running.
I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
So I think the assassin is the mentor, not Vea herself. What are you doing? Okay.
Well, you're not what I expected to find in a place like this. You're not a cultist. At least you sure aren't dressed like one. You're walking into a dangerous place, hero. You must be here for a reason.
Yeah.
Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
Sure. You sure I can't, do it for you? No, okay, I guess I am gonna help her complete her writ. So, that way is blocked. Looks like I'm gonna have to go the long way around. Which was the other way.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snake face to face?
Snake, huh? So apparently, you know,
You lead.
in this case, somebody hired the Morag Tong, apparently, to get rid of a cultist. That seems like a good use for him. The Morag Tong, that is.
I'm scared too.
Mary, I was trying to listen in on that conversation. Yeah, looks like you could use some help, huh?
A helping hand. How sweet.
My Malakath Malakath's sacred tusks! You won't get past me!
Yeah, we will.
Move to flank!
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about
Sunder
a minute.
unlocked. Ooh. Yeah, I'll get back to you in just a minute, Vea. Miri, you just
Problem,
unlocked
Sarah?
something. Let's talk
What
about
would you
us.
like to talk about?
How are we doing?
Pretty good adventuring partner, I'd say.
Okay.
Change of plans?
Let's see. Boy, it's really tough getting her rapport up. That little notch has hardly moved at all. But we just unlocked a skill. I still only have 4. And she just did... Okay, so she just got a 2-handed thing, I think. Yeah, Sunder. I have her with Staggering Swing right now, which has her knocking back enemies. I kind of don't want that. So what does Sunder do? Oh, okay. Damage and damage over time. Sure, let's do that instead. Here we go. So I replaced Staggering Swing with Sunder. Oh, she can also do Blood Transfusion. That sounds useful. What can I replace with that? Warp Strike flashes and deals damage. Life Absorption, healing, dealing magic damage and healing themselves and an ally. Wait, was it themselves and an... Hey, stop it. Themselves and an ally. Sets them off balance. You know, it's not as important, I think. So let's go ahead and replace that one with Blood Transfusion. Be nice if she can keep me alive, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so Malakath. That is a statue of Malakath. He's got the tusks like an orc, but he's definitely a Daedric prince. He can be brutal, but he is loyal to those that prove themselves to him.
I didn't mean to interfere with House Tolvani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Tolvani know. I'm sure Mage Valian will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am. Ugh, I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here.
Ooh, wow. Got a lot off of that one little guar. Try another one. Just some guts. Yeah, okay. So, apparently she was hired by the House Talvani to take care of that guy.
You're obviously not one of the Malakath cultists, so I have one question. Why the tusk are you following me, and why shouldn't I just kill you and be done with it? Yes, that was 2 questions, and an orc curse, and a threat. It's been a long day.
Right.
Well, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Faye's going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing she needs is some House Redrin lackey adding to her pain and confusion. Really?
Right.
Is that what old man Eris told you? And did he tell you about Vea's brother? About how House Redrin exiled their favorite son? No? I didn't think so. Vea needs answers and I promise to help her. So walk away while you still can.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate?
Mm-hmm.
Look, tell Eris that Vea's safe and you'll see her soon. But no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Vea with them. We'll only deal with you. Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Vea agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready.
Yeah, so...
That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath... Oh, him! No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cults.
Yeah, what organization?
If you're in for a
Morag.
sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, I killed him. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to Vea.
I have a visitor. I'm gonna also make sure the door is shut. Here we go. Hi, buddy. There are piano lessons going on in another end of the house, so we gotta do our thing. Here we are. And here we have Moses. He particularly likes this time of day for his late morning snuggle. Yeah. Can I get the mic close enough so people can hear you? There you go. All right.
Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want the...
Okay, so... let's go ahead and end things in here. If you have been hit recently, they don't let you go through doors in this game. So any chasers, you do have to deal with at least a couple of them. I am playing on PC, and I am using an Xbox controller. That's my preferred way to do it. Actually get a little bit better posture using a controller than hovering over a keyboard and mouse. Miri is hard at work killing things for me. There have been mention of a couple of houses. All three of them have been mentioned at this point. There's Hlalu, Redoran, and Telvanni.
I really don't like your odds.
There are, in grand total, 5... Oh, goblin? That was funny. Dropped in at Nix on me. Got a mine here. Oh, that's right. That was the Shulk egg mine. Hlalu, Redoran, and Telvanni. There's a grand total of 5 official houses in existence at this time period and in the later Morrowind as well. A 4th one is House Indero. Hlalu, I'll back up. Hlalu is kind of a merchant-based, imperial-backed trading house. They're the most open to outsiders.
House
that
Talvani
is-
still keeps slaves?
How else do those lazy mages accomplish anything?
But what about the Pact?
House Telvanni stayed out of the Pact. The wizards have no interest in mainland wars.
I mean, why doesn't the Pact put a stop to it?
Would you like to tell the all-powerful mages to stop playing with their toys?
Well, there you go. That's Telvanni. They are mages. They don't recognize the pact. They keep to themselves. And they still keep slaves. That's Telvanni. And Hlalu. Redoran is a little more loyal to the tribunal, the living gods, and more militant. Halalu Construction Syndic. Let's see what this is about. We've completed an extensive audit of our ongoing business association with the Halalu Construction Syndic. While it is true that they provided us with much labor and resources, and it was certainly advantageous from a fiscal point of view due to their surprisingly, and now suspiciously, low bid for contract, I have uncovered a number of disquieting consequences as a result of this continuing relationship. As far as the construction of the towns of Suran and Balmora, aside from the garish use of Hlalu architecture with the contract clearly called for the utilization of a more dignified Redoran design, they did complete the work on time and on budget. However, we inadvertently provided them with a foothold beyond Seda Nin. This in turn has enabled them to establish business relations with all sources of new raw materials throughout Varnafal, giving House Hlalu a near monopoly in these areas. Much of House Redoran now buys all of its local goods through Hlalu aggregators. Moreover, Hlalu continues to expand its influence in the towns, much to the chagrin of regional councillors. It's clear they have their eyes on these strategic locations, and I fear that they know how to conquer us through business, while we instead remain vigilant against more militaristic overtures. In conclusion, I fear that in retrospect, that probably would be House Redoran, should never have entered into this deal with House Hlalu. In the long run, we may have saved time and gold only to have lost the territory we so desperately require. Manarin Renem, First Clerk of House Affairs, Varnafal. So yes, this is a Redoran house. Maybe that's all that sigil means, is Redoran. Of course, I'm wearing armor from Markarth, but, you know, whatever.
What can I do for you?
Anyway, Councillor Eris.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home?
Yes and no.
Vea? Join that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. What was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive, so I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter?
And why don't you tell me about her brother
She
first?
Won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vea is worried about. Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Briven employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vea. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely.
Yep, okay. She's safe, so...
No other outsiders. But there are rules. When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way. Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house. Or with me. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter.
Okay.
That's why I want to speak.
We still have no idea what this brother did. Teva Rilla.
My husband has more faith than I do. I fear that...
Okay, well, this is... So now you have a little bit of the flavor of House Redoran. Those are the three main ones, is Redoran, Telvanni, Hlalu. A fourth one is Indoril, but you don't see too much of them. They're kind of in the background. They are mostly in Vivek as the guards, the ordinators.
Find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right.
Okay, Ashur.
Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Naya wants to talk to you.
Alright, where am I going?
This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day. Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map, it depicts a particular town. Kind of like this one. Hint, hint. Look, I know you're helping Counselor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands...
Use the map, okay. So near a ship, just underneath a staircase. You see it kind of posted that little map in the upper left corner there for me. So is there only one ship? No, there's a couple. So which one is it? Okay, that has the bridge in the background. That also has a bridge in the background, but the ship is facing the wrong way and the staircase is on the wrong side. So, must be this one. I think I see a door over there. Broken crate, search. Morrowind map, use it. That looks like it might be in the upper part of the city. Let's see, something with kind of two arched windows, kind of like that. Big tree in front. That doesn't look like a big tree. There's a bigger tree over there. That's not going to be it. I really do think it's going to be up here. Well, no, they actually put the circle right there. Alright, so... what else we got? There's a big tree. There's a house with windows. Okay. Okay, something should be right around here. Not in there. Okay, let's line things up here. Oh, that tree over there. That's the one that they were referring to. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got a hatch there. Okay, time to talk to Naryu.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her. And your connection to her father. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths, whether important or mundane. Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local people of records.
Okay. So I still can't talk with her. Great. Anything interesting? Oh, hey. A formula. These things are not marked as owned, so I can just take as much as I want. Except my bear gets in the way. Crud, okay. Okay, I no longer need that map. Close. Let's see what we got here. Steal the Redwin registry is pointing me off in that direction. Okay.
What is it?
Alright. Back to more skullduggery. Okay, now trespassing. Oh, there's a guard.
I'd leave that alone if I were you.
Oop, he spotted me and my bounty went up. Okay. So, I'm gonna have some guard trouble when I leave. So where's this thing supposed to be? There it is, down there. While I'm here. That was close. Press the wrong stupid button. Oh, bother. Well, my bear and
The guard is on its way,
Mary.
intruder.
Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Okay. However, they immediately reduced my bounty by quite a bit. I still think I need to avoid guards, though. Let's head back to... let's head back to that, place. The hideout. There's a guard. Because I have a bounty, the guard will run up to me and stop me and say, "Hey, pay up your bounty." And I kind of don't want to do that. They also remove anything in your inventory marked as stolen. And I got a few things I haven't yet pawned
Still alive,
fenced.
I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire the registry? Does it contain any information about Thea's brother, Ulron?
I didn't get a chance to read it, but it seems that the book mentioned Ulron was stripped of his rank and exiled.
Ulron was exiled? That can't
We
be
already knew
right.
that, though.
He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. She has enough distractions as it is.
Apparently, Vea is distracted by heroes. Do you know Vea's brother well?
Well enough. Ulron and Vea used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that fascinated them to no end. Eventually, our fondness developed between the three of us. And to think, I never even had a nick sound growing up. It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon. Anyway, my assignments always brought me back to Vardenfell, so we were able to keep in touch and visit even as they grew older. Anything's possible, but the Ulron I know holds honor above all else.
Yeah, okay. So we're getting a picture of who Ulron was, but still no word on what he actually did. Oh, my bounty is falling fast. That's cool. Must have been all of that Thieves Guild stuff I did. Speaking of which, let's see, what do we got here? I need to up my Thieves Guild rank just a little bit more. Oh, that's why. Bounty keeps getting decreased after every 3 minutes. So I need to do a little bit more stuff for the Thieves Guild in order for that to keep going. Looks like I need to go to the swamp there. A bit of memory stone there too. Let's do more bouncing around because I do like going through things geographically, so I'm gonna take care of this quest here at the mine before I head north. I want to make sure I get the stuff in the south. Oop. Let's not walk past that guard with a bounty on. Maybe if I just kind of do it this way.
Halt, Fetcher! You
Without me.
probably don't even have the gold, but I have to give you a chance to pay your bounty.
Let's try clemency.
It appears you're not even worth my time. Go.
Hi, Moses. Need backup? Yeah. There's the tail. Moses had to take a lap break by sprawling out on the floor. He's now back on the lap. Yeah, you're a good kitty. In case you were wondering, Moses is named after Moses Hogan. Not after the Moses whom you might be thinking of. Moses Hogan is a African-American composer of spirituals. Much beloved in the choral community. And he unfortunately passed away a few years back, but far too young. Okay, so reminder of things here is that we stole a key and we're going to find out what's been going on with this underperforming ebony mine. Oh, more lessons. So, there are 36 lessons by Vivek, and he's known as the warrior poet. Of course, one of the tribunal, one of the 3 living gods. Alright. Into the mine we go. It's an interesting depiction of the mine. I'll have to check out this mine in the other game. I wonder if they really actually do have ebony in there. A bloody note. Don't let anyone else see this note. Not even our comrades can be trusted. We've got to give this one up. Coin isn't worth our lives. You haven't seen it yet, what I've seen, but they're talking about sending us back in to try and deal with the mess, and believe me, they won't be paying us enough for that. Problem is, Rethan has some real loyalists in our rank. They'll kill us if we try to run too early. Got a plan, though. Lemma is making the squads and planning the route. We'll get ourselves split from the rest and then make a break for it. If this is as bad as I hear it is, they'll probably just assume that we died and never came to look for us. We can always find work somewhere else. Yeah, so, sounds like, things are not going well in this mine. There you have some ebony. And a lever. Maybe we'll take that to get back up out of it on the way out. For now, though, walking. Iron hand.
Fight now.
Let's see. You know, I think I might just try taking the run-through approach. Trying to get through more content presently. Looks like that purple stuff damages me a little bit. Some sort of miasma. Stone fiend? What's going on in there? There's always got to be undead of some sort.
They're coming for us.
Yes, they are. But I can just wipe them out pretty quick, so can you. Letter to Master Rethan. Master Rethan, you'll be happy to hear that your scheme is working perfectly. Well, maybe not perfectly, but well enough. The most recent batch of laborers came in yesterday. They were a sluggish bunch, weary too, but the promise of a few more drakes got them moving. Drakes? I suppose there aren't septims yet because there is no Tiber septim. Anyway, that alchemist of yours, Gavros, is it? He's set up shop in the old Daedric ruin. You should see it. Haven't been around that many bottles and burners since my days in the skooma trade. Foreman Knox apparently was in the skooma trade. He says he's working on some variation of the formula. You might want to ask him about it. The air in the lab has gotten thick as my auntie's moral porridge. That's one desiccated Argonian. Okay, so he mentions the miasma. He mentions Daedric ruins as well. But, let's take a look at that little book. Let's see what this book says. Discarded journal. Finally found some work. Considered stopping this journal. It was always good therapy. Not a bad first day. Found some kind of ruins down one of the shaft. A lot of excitement in the ruins. We're getting a promotion, no more breaking rocks. Something about an experiment. They need good men like me to help. Best of all, they said I can't tell anyone about it. Can't even write to Molly to tell her about it. It's that secret, so it must be good. I think there's an alchemist who was hired, and they have been experimenting on people. Yep. Desiccated Khajiit there. Zombies everywhere. Yep, here we are in the Daedric ruins. Oh! Now here we have a statue of a Daedra. And who might that be, you ask? Here we have a depiction of the Daedra Clavicus Vile, so noted because of the masks that he is wearing. That is the mask of Clavicus Vile, one of the Daedric artifacts that you can get in Skyrim. Clavicus Vile is one who is... he likes toying with mortals, and he has more interaction with mortals than almost any other deity save perhaps Sheogorath. Sheogorath likes messing with mortals just a little bit more. Ominous statues. Clavicus Vile likes making deals with mortals. He usually follows through on his deals. They're legit, but there's almost always a catch. Gavros Research Notes. Gavros, I think, was the name of the alchemist. Subject K-44 died of head trauma after the mercenaries restrained her. Formula transposition was not successful. Confirms my hypothesis. Blood pressure must remain consistent until the last possible minute. Death prior to the infusion results in only partial transposition. What are we trying to transpose into? Vapor, transposition immediately, but violent frenzy. Subject remains alive despite complete transposition, defies all existing scholarship and calculation. Violent and erratic behavior has increased significantly. Recommend we suspend experiments until this side effect is resolved. Well. Oh, I think I get it. That statue is made of ebony. He's trying to convert people into ebony. There you go. A box full of ebony bits of statue. Well, that is an interesting little plot twist, isn't it? It was well worth reading those notes. Okay, Gavros. Let's go for the bookshelves first. Adding to my lore book library. You can see my library here. Crafting motifs, eidetic memory, Shalador's library. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, maybe I'll dig into those and on stream read them for you guys.
You... I don't recognize you. You've made a terrible mistake in coming here.
He's almost transformed himself.
The cold rush through your veins, the stiffness in your joints. Only a matter of time now. Only a matter of time.
What's going on?
You really haven't figured it out. You're denser than those stone fiends. Master Rethan brought me on to study a Daedric text. A formula for turning living flesh into a substance akin to ebony. Not a perfect match, but close enough.
So not quite ebony. You lost control?
Something like that. But what does it matter? I'll be frozen solid soon. Black as midnight. A commodity. Nothing more. Ironic. You mean to rob me, I suppose. The scroll's just there. Have a care with it. Wealth always comes at a price.
This is almost akin to the Midas touch allegory story from Greek literature. No cure?
None. Well, none that I've discovered. I guess I could
given up?
squander my remaining hours searching for a remedy, but I'm an alchemist, a daedrologist. We don't trouble ourselves with things like
Well, I agree to this.
afflicting all these miners. Oh, spare me your crude moral outrage. They were wastrels.
No
none.
remorse?
I'd invite you to kill me, but given that I'll be dead soon anyway, it's hardly worth the effort.
How did you become
Why do
afflicted?
You even care? Oh, fine. I altered the formula, turning the liquid decoction into a vapor. It proved to be very effective. Unfortunately, it was nearly impossible to contain. Hence...
Well... Interesting. There's the liquid, I guess. Mysterious formula. Alright, out we go. Oh, there's a shortcut. Right here. Lift room. Will this support my earlier hypothesis that there was a exit to bring me back to the yeah. Yep, there we go. Shortcut. Okay, well, solve that problem. Got all of these Iron Hound mercenaries. Not worth bothering with them. Hey, so your brother?
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back.
Was that really necessary? Turn around. You're gonna hurt yourself. Go away. Alright, here we go.
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece. So, what have you learned? Anything? What?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds ghastly. To think that my own brother would be capable of such a thing. We must move quickly. Well done.
Yep, found it.
I have a final task for you, if you're willing. I must take this to the trade baron, Councillor Riveth. He's staying at the Balmora Inn. Alas, Benna has many contacts in town.
What do you want me to do?
Travel to the Rethan Manor House and detain Benna. Once I've explained matters to Riveth, he'll send Hlalu constables to collect my brother. After this, I'll ask nothing more of you. You have my word.
Something tells me that this isn't the end of it. Sounds like that Daedric formula should probably be disposed of. No idea if this house survived in the next era. Hello, assassin.
Ah, the last piece of the puzzle. Time to tie up loose ends.
That looks a little bit more like Dark Brotherhood assassin. House Hlalu is more Empire-based, so that makes a little bit of sense. Ooh, a Void Steel Cuirass of Magicka. It's heavy. It's heavy. What does it look like, though? Oh, that is kind of pretty. Neat. Alright, well. Back to my Reach Warriors, Jack. Assassin's orders. Our work is almost complete. Remain watchful. With any luck, the adventurer I conscripted will clean out the remaining stone abominations so we can begin again. This time without Benar marking things up. I can't remember which brother was which. Tie off all the loose ends and make sure it looked like they killed each other. It needs to be convincing enough for the council. When your work is done, meet me at my residence in Balmora. I'll have further instructions for you, and your first payment as promised. This will be a lucrative endeavor, my dear. Don't fail me. M. Malur's meeting. Yeah, so Malur is the guy I've been dealing with. Yeah, he's back in town. Right? Back into Balmora we go.
Let's ride! Here!
If you're new to the stream, I do play with a couple of mods, and one of them I find exceptionally useful, and that is just simply adding a mini-map. So the mini-map you've been looking at up in there in the upper left, that is an add-on. It's not part of the game itself.
What a swit. I'm going to need a stiffer drink.
Hey, Counselor.
You don't appear to be holding my drink, so I'm sure I have no interest in you. Off with you. I am. Young Mahler and I were talking about the sudden success of his mining enterprise, built on
Yeah,
some
of course.
irregularities that I'd prefer not to discuss. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Why are you meddling in Hlalu business?
Yeah.
My. This is damning. Dear Mahler tried to hang this whole business around his brother's neck. And yours. A prudent, albeit sloppy affair. House Hlalu can ill afford such a scandal, and I hate to be lied to. Kill Mahler, and I will reward you. What would I do with him? Chain him to a post? His life no longer serves the house's interests. I don't expect an outlander to understand, but this needs to be done. Honestly, I doubt he'll give you a choice in the matter. His city
where is he?
residence, I expect, just across the river. Do be quick about this. I'm anxious to be done with a brother's wreath-on.
Did he give you the
No.
scroll?
What scroll? Don't tell me there's more to this thing. Does it now? Listen carefully. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone else. If Mahler has this formula on him, bring it to me. The reward will be significant. We cannot let this...
Let it fall into the wrong hands.
What a mess. I'll put some of my Oathman on it. Oathman I can trust. If we can clear out the riffraff...
Yeah, so Hlalu probably is going to want to hang on to that scroll. Spoiler alert. In Skyrim we find out that House Hlalu was dealing in some rather... They reached too far and they were completely dissolved as a house in the 4th era. But they were quite the imperial, loving, prosperous house in the 3rd era. Of course, still active here in the 2nd. Hi, Wrestling Assassin.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Let's see what else we got in here. We're going through more of these Balmora houses than I thought we might. They just aren't marked with anything on the door. Whereas in the other Morrowind, every single door is labeled with who the house belongs to. And you find them inside, just kind of standing and hanging out. Alright.
You! How did you... I'll finish this myself!
It is definitely the House Hlalu way to take somebody else's good idea.
Do you want to brag about that, or should I?
Yeah. Anyway. Definitely the Hlalu way to take somebody else's enterprising idea, kill them, and try and do it yourself. So I expect that's what's going on here. Alright, Counselor Raveth. We will find in the other Morrowind that of all of the houses, Hlalu is the one most influential in the city of Balmora. Alright.
Quietly now. Is it finished?
Yep, he's
well,
dead.
Then, this unfortunate little tale comes to an end. I've already dispatched some of my best agents to clean up Wreathon Manor. We'll tend to Marla's apartment and the... Excellent. Best hand it over to me. Something so dangerous should not fall into the wrong hands. House
That's
Slamu
right.
can keep it safe, or destroy it if we deem it necessary. This will earn you some favor with our house. I'll even double your pay.
I don't need double pay.
You sniveling little swit. Do you know how valuable... Never mind. What's done is done. But don't expect any extra coin from me now. You'll have what was promised for killing Marla and not a drake more. This had better buy your silence as well.
I wonder if he would have given you blue equipment. Alright, so that mine is now complete. I still need to deal with this whole achievement unlocked, Ebony Enforcer. Still need to deal with this whole family business though. So let's see if we can complete that. Each location on the ESO map, it starts off black and has a quest associated with it. The only exception being these ones with the eyeball. I forget what they call those, but those other quests wind up taking you to those locations. You don't actually have a quest there in most cases. So, we finished the mine quest. Now I'm gonna keep pushing on that Balmora quest, see if we can get that done before our time is up. Okay, so we're here in the swamp looking for Vea.
You're sure it's Vea? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is.
War claws.
We have the kitten's scent.
Interesting.
It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferrara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again.
Yeah, why don't you tell them to go home?
Ah, the Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Vea. As a matter of fact, so have we. This whole... My mercenaries have spotted Vea skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Ferhara's war claws, the Counselor's daughter will soon be home safe and sound. Vea's brother. It's a sad story. Killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander of all things. I think they were being too lenient when they simply exiled him. But that's how they treat the privileged few. Ulron always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. He felt that an Ashlander life was worth more than a Redoran life. The Council didn't agree with his assessment. This will all be over as soon as Ferhara finds Vea.
Uh-huh. So, there you go. Killed a Redoran over an Ashlander.
Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Ferhara's warriors are surprisingly effective.
Interesting.
I employ them to bolster our forces, between obligations to the Pact and other matters. House Redoran is, as you say, Ferhara's war club.
Ferhara assumes the Counselor's minions will not present a problem for the war claws. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I leave everything else to your discretion.
Yeah, what do you think?
Ferhara enjoys a friendly rivalry as much as the next mercenary. But the Relef kitten belongs to war claws, yes? Let's not get our tails tangled over this, Dunclaw.
She's speaking to me as another Khajiit, I suppose.
For Forbade is such a complicated concept. It assumes that the rules are applied equally to everyone, and we both know the foolishness of that assumption. The war clause, Captain Briven's predecessor? Forgive Ferhara. This one can barely remember the names of those who lack
Great. And techniques.
Great secrets, you understand.
Great. Alright. So, looks like I need to find them before they find her. And... okay. Need to find her before they find her. Okay, while we're here... Nope. Looks like there's a little hollow over there or something. And a world boss tucked away in there. I doubt anybody's gonna be actively fighting.
Alright, don't cry for mummy.
This work ball wants to play.
Never used to fight this much until I met you.
Okay. Is this like a Warclaw camp? Apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here and probably kill that guy over a second time. But right now, really... Okay. This probably applies in a moment. House Redoran orders to the warriors of the Scrib Battalion. Scrib Battalion is reclaiming a mine from Ashlanders. Do not use force against Ashlanders. Allow them to leave. If they resist, disarm and imprison. Force must be used to the maximum effect. Okay. So how do I get inside that area? Oh, here we are.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Right, so there is a world boss over there. And I just am not going to try it all by myself. That's just nuts.
Roll! Roll if you can!
Okay, enough with these guys. Let me do my thing. Finally, here we go. Caldera Crater. Oh, here he is with his fiancée, bride.
Fascinating. I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hoped to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could become a problem?
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we married, dear.
At houses? Wait. Bravora?
Yes.
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.
Huh. Well, there you go. Very touching. Okay. So into the swamp, then probably back here to deal with some more of those war claws.
I hope you're watching.
Yeah, I want you to deal with that, Mary. I'll just keep running through the swamp. Oh, you're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Stupid war claws. Now I know how a mouse feels. By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight.
Don't worry, I'm a dull claw, as they called me.
Oh, right. Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned, but the swamp is crawling with mercenaries. There's a cave to the northeast. We can talk there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. You're going to tackle that mob?
I'll see you at the
We'll be in
cave.
the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
Did she say northeast? Because that's definitely northwest.
I can smell the dark elf.
Oh, I see.
Nice hole.
I need to take care of named war claws. Or at least clumps of them.
You lead.
Warclaws, let's flay this outsider. It's all in your head. Keep fighting.
It's a nice war mask.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Really, how many of you are there? Okay. Drew got in the fight as well. By the way, if you're ever wondering where Drew wax comes from, these creatures. What's over there? Oh, Aldrune. I have no memory of Aldrune. If I did have a memory, it would be, 10 years old by now. 12 years old? My last main playthrough of Morrowind was about 2010. At least that's what my spreadsheet is stated at.
Accommodations. It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about my brother, No,
right.
That can't be right. Ulron's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being... What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of.
Right.
And for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened.
Right.
I know the tribe that Oran liked to help, brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk?
All right.
She can handle herself.
Who's here?
Just fine, hero. There, grab your things. It's time to go. Go? Why? What's going on? The Warclaws are marching toward this cave along with half the House Redwin soldiers and Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it. They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Hello, Naryu.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell. The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redoran troops. Counselor Eric, one more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory.
Okay. On to the back tunnels.
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
Yep. Oh boy. Okay, see how fast I can go through this stuff.
Captain Privet thinks the Counselor's kitten might try to escape through these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date.
Yeah. Okay, so, let's give this a try. Where do we need to go? Apparently, I need to pause this, so I shall be right back. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Now we have just a few minutes remaining to try and escape this cave, figure out what's all going on with this Warclaw group
This looks promising. Let's
and
give it a try.
Ashlander, all sorts of stuff. The cave is smaller than the map makes it look.
That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redorans up there.
Oh, I'm sure there are. Is that where I need to go? Not for this. Okay. Talk to Vea. Oh, she's right here.
Oh no. Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother and he shows up to drag me back home. You do that for me? Thanks, I guess. But what can you... Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's alright, I'll meet with my father.
Okay, alright.
Halt! Who goes there? Stand down. These outlanders work for me.
That's right, we work for you.
The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vea has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter?
Yeah, you're
I
not
won't sleep
holding
well
up your end
until
of the
she's
bargain
home,
here.
safe and sound. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The Warclaws report to Bribben, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter.
Right.
So,
one more thing then.
We'll do this her way. Bea can be as stubborn as... Do as I command, and let them pass.
Okay, go to the Ashlander camp. Gonna be on the north side of that caldera.
Well, there certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tales.
This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like
right.
this?
Okay.
What's House Ridderin thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders?
Redoran used the Warclaws to round up the Ashlanders. This was an
My brother often
Ashlander.
visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs. I really want to help, but Nario won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond
Right.
of reminding me. We'll hang...
Bea, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redran hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Nario. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Bea. You know I hate that title.
The Mother of Blades? Okay. I wonder if that's an actual title in the Morag Tong faction in the other game. Let's look that up. Okay. Yeah, I read that order a little too soon. Okay, where's the next one? Up here. Oh, we found one. Wise woman.
If I'd
This is an
realized how
Ashlander.
popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages
Moving
ago.
on, moving on.
Ah, Ulran,
The exile, he disgraced his family.
He disgraced his family and lost his...
Where is he
I assume
now?
They dragged him off to
Dragged
the
him
mine,
off to the mine.
along
Great.
with most of... It's a
What about this
small
mine?
hole in the ground, but it served us well until the... Get the key to the mine
So,
from either
Igrazar
the
has it.
Warclaw's commander or...
Yeah, why were you here, by the way?
Get the key to the mine to keep the head and the body separate. As long as I'm
Ah.
here, I can't offer my people hope. I have no doubt.
Okay, okay. They're not mistreating the Ashlanders, so that's good news. Let's go ahead and get that key. And into a mine underneath the caldera. I'm sure it's going to be not hot in there at all. I think I will push a little bit further and try and get this quest completed.
Burn them? Even the Redoran? The captain called them traitors and savages.
Oh. The captain said that.
Intruders! Warclaws! Attack!
We got 2 Warclaws here. Okay. Gonna have to watch my health a little bit. There you go. More Void Steel stuff. That stuff was pretty. I may have to design my outfit around some of it if I can get more of that pattern. Okay. Well, a lot of people killed.
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
They've been
Bea,
killed,
stay
and then they
back.
were going to burn the
I
bodies.
don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods, they murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! Wake up, please! You can't be dead. You just can't!
Yeah, the captain took matters into his own hands, it seems.
See this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a veteran, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war claw. I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive.
Okay, here we go.
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short,
Run.
and what I have to say is
Oh, okay, right.
Brother, is that you?
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother.
Great.
You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora and were causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down.
Oh. The Ashlander was the one killed.
I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran Council and exiled. I never even got to say farewell to my sister. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter. The House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Vea.
Oran! Damn it! What am I supposed to do now? Oran's not supposed to be dead. That wasn't the way this was supposed to end. What am I gonna do now? Damn Oran! I still don't understand. Oran said someone set him up to fall. Who would do such a thing? And why would they do it? Oran never wanted to hurt anyone. So that's why they exiled him? That's why they killed him? He was too damn good? That's the problem? We've got to... Oh, I'll find them all right. And when I do, they'll pay for what happened to Oran. I swear by Mephalah's sacred web and the first blood my blade ever tasted, I'm going to avenge my brother.
Interesting that she swears by Mephalah. Mephalah is one of the abandoned Daedric princes that they all used to follow and now don't because they follow the tribunal.
I agree with Ulran's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I didn't say that. Just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. I'm going to take Vea and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure.
What rules?
We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code.
Right.
We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, that's just murder.
Right.
So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands. You do that, but be careful. We're not sure who.
Warclaws, attack!
Let's go ahead and kill these guys again. Get more loot. Okay, back to Counselor Eris. That would be the father. He's inside Balmora. It's a long... Well... Maybe I can take this little road here. I think that other mark on the road is another memory stone. May as well get that in there. Or was that the... Yeah, that's the one for... Yeah, that's the memory stone, I think. Aldrun is just a little north of here. Yep, here we go.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes.
Are they gone?
Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scraped knee. You'll see. Just don't move.
Oh.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more. I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. For me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravura!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravura! Bravura!
Oh. So that's all what he wanted to show his estranged children. Well, it seems everybody has family issues in Balmora. Daddy issues. One more. Oh, we have a...
Your wife signed a contract, Gilan. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
We don't have enough money to pay you back.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children.
May purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Neri's only just turned 8, and Mills...
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
But... my children...
will remain in your home, so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drennan. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
So that's how Telvanni got their claws into the poor guy. And that's why he was away from home all this time. Oh, wait. Keep running around. So here's the old man now.
Were you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand. No. No, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain. Well, to talk with my children. I'm
What do you need?
Ask my children to come visit me. I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Naria works at the stables. She's always been good with Guar.
Okay, alright, so we'll pick them up. I do find this story kind of touching. laced with sadness, as many Dunmer stories are.
Oh, you've returned to bother me again. I have nothing to say to that man. What is it? I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Oh, you just don't give up, do you? Fine.
Okay.
What do you want?
House Talvani still keeps slaves?
How else do those lazy mages accomplish anything?
But what about the pact?
Okay. Guar is outside. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, finishing up 2 quests, so sorry for going over a little bit.
Father hasn't been an undue burden to you, I hope. My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did
Yeah,
he
she
say
was
what this is
8
about?
at the time, if I recall.
What did he have you doing? How odd. Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. No one persuades Mills to do anything.
Alright. That persuade that I did on Mills, by the way, is part of the Mages Guild. It's pretty easy to get. You just simply join the Mages Guild, and then the first thing that you can learn, basically, is Persuasive Will. It gives you some shortcuts in conversation. You don't have to use cash. Sometimes you get to avoid the occasional fetch quest, that sort of thing. Oh, here we go. An Imperial Bard. Playing what sounds like a flute and looks like a clarinet. Oh, you know what? That's just probably a recorder. We'll call it that. Let's deal with the old man Nils first. I get easily distracted by bards.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go, Mills. He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father? Mills has come to visit. Father?
Did he make it?
Father!
Nope.
I suppose you were with Mother
Couldn't
at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
Only I'd come soon. Thank you. We all knew this was coming. That doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why was he almost afraid to do so? What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still.
What? A ghost? Naria. I so regret not being there as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find
Only
it in your
stealing
hearts
if you
to
get
forgive
caught,
me,
right?
and find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father.
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
All done.
I thought I knew my father. I always thought he hated me. That's why he was never around. I came to terms with that long ago. I had a father, and I hated him. Now he's gone. How am I supposed to face what's in that stone, knowing I was wrong?
It must have been so hard on Father. To have to leave us so often. To keep silent while we grew cold and distant, even when he was here. It might seem odd, but I feel hopeful. Father and Mother are finally with us. Their memories...
Okay. I don't know why I'm stealing on blind. How about I move on with things? Okay, so now for the other daddy issues tale. These tales do seem to come in pairs. I remember there was an entire thing in Gideon, all around like love triangles of various sorts. There were like 3 of them in a row in one city. It's weird. Okay, where's our guy? And now Eris,
so
guess what?
The Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vea, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Complication? Yeah. What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vardenfell and never return. Why would he disobey me and go to those savages? Vea was with you? And you left her out there? By the 3, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. I need you to do something else for me if you would. Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Promise me. And take this. Consider it payment. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine the best way to proceed, I'll contact you. It was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redoran. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. The situation... House Redoran has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced to temporarily... Redoran depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like a plague of insects. They sweep into an area, take everything, and move on. We couldn't allow... The captain serves House Redoran with honor and dedication. He's out doing his job. If Briven had anything to do with my son's death, he would have reported it to me. He'd have no reason to keep such news from me and the other counselors. I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated under my orders. He's an exec...
So he's willing to take the fall for this Brevin guy. Well... The quest is over. Let's just take a peek outside to see if Briven is in the area. Well, here's Ashur.
Over here.
He has a new line with
what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Vea must be going through right now. Now he has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand?
Okay.
You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. One other thing. Nayu's job concerns House Redoran. That's why she didn't want Vea to accompany her on this one. Vea's... I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Something about who Naryu's target is. Thinks the target may know something about what. Carefully. And with your hands empty and clearly visible. Something about who Naryu's target is.
Okay,
Carefully.
okay. So we are not done yet. There is a writ in play. Ah, boy. Balmora still is not quite finished yet. Let's keep pushing on this then.
Naryu might think. Oh, it's you. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Did Arshel send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in. No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult.
Right.
Finding
Stay
I
here,
know,
stay here.
but
It's
Naryu's
Naryu's writ.
It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been
A
waiting
Redoran
for.
counselor, huh?
The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to talk to her before Naryu executes the writ. Do this for me. Well, Naryu wouldn't
Okay.
tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenim Manor, out in the swamp. I
A manor,
appreciate you
okay.
agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenim Manor. My father used to say it was used by counselors as You did? How did he take it? I mean, really?
Right.
I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way. But what else did he say? Did he know? He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either
Right.
of them. That's why I had to get away. Join the Morag Tongue. At least Naryu understands me. I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother, who was involved, and then I'm...
Okay. Endoral streetlight. That sounds good. Okay, Arenim Manor, where's that gonna wind up being? Right way out there, huh? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to call it here rather than head out for more adventuring. But we did push things quite a bit further in the Balmora area. We took care of an old man and his memories. Yeah, why don't I switch over here? We took care of an old man and his memories, kind of reuniting him with his son and daughter, but in typical Dunmer style, he was dead by the time the reconciliation happened. We have another daddy issue that we've been following around, trying to get this daughter back to her Redoran counselor. Lots of intrigue with the various three houses, Telvanni, Redoran, and Hlalu. Hopefully getting a better sense of what they're all about. The Hlalu, of course, were the ones involved in the mine incident, turning people into a false kind of ebony. That was an interesting one. But yeah, lots accomplished here, and we'll hopefully the next time around we'll push on this a little bit further and see where we can go with it. I'm not entirely sure if I will be doing too many more of these ESO streams, but I'm definitely going to be continuing the other Morrowind streams. The next one will be on Sunday, 2 o'clock, as per usual. And there I'm picking up with Oya, a Redoran, who's exploring Balmora right then. In fact, I believe she's just about ready to level. So we'll pick up there on Sunday, and I hope you'll come and join us. If you want to get a notification, of course, of when I'm going live next to help remember, you can always follow me here on Twitch, or you can also, if you want to simply watch these as a VOD after the fact, you can find those on Twitch and also on YouTube. Things on Twitch have a shelf life, so they'll expire eventually. But they'll always be up on YouTube available. And finally, I'm on Twitter now as Told Games. So at Told Games if you wanted to just follow along. Mostly I just tweet when I am about to go online, but if that helps you come and join the fun, then great. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this this continued playthrough of Elder Scrolls Online, the Morrowind chapter, and hope to see you again. Take care.